Hey, what's up, guys? I'm rarely gonna do something like this, but I just noticed here. You have here in CBS Philly, right? MSM annual Italian American Heritage Parade held in South Philadelphia. Right, there's South Philly, there's Broad Street, right? There's Friendship Hall. We all know this, right? I actually know you probably would. I would know this. Even though I'm not from Philly, and there's the Columbus statue, but they don't show it on the side. It's been covered up for the last couple of years, since the Summer of Love. Right? So let's listen to the fucking newscaster here. Here we go.
The annual Italian-American Heritage Parade made its way through South Philadelphia this Sunday. Marching bands and string bands strutted along Broad Street. There was also food, music, and fun at Marconi Plaza as part of this celebration of Italian culture and tradition.
All right, okay. First off, CBS Philly, okay? It gives you 21 fucking seconds of the annual Italian-American Heritage Parade. But you saw in the video, right? You saw in the video here, right? It's known as it was called something else for a long time. I don't know, they're covering it up with the you scum. Anyway, it's Columbus Day. Okay. Now, as a kid in New York, the Columbus Day Parade, I assume is going on now as we speak. This was done yesterday, but in New York, Monday, the Columbus Day Parade should be going on. It's still called the Columbus Day Parade. All the Columbus Day Parade, and I kept saying it before, it's St. Patrick's Day for the Italians. Italian American Heritage Parade is not a inaccurate description of it, but it was always known as the Columbus Day Parade. Now, I'm not even going to bring up Philly, the people that helped make Philadelphia, a lot of the culture of Philadelphia in the 20th century, the despised Italian Americans. Same for New York, same for a lot of other places. To give them 21 seconds of it and to call it this fake ass name is very interesting. Okay, the Italian Americans are still you can still have villains in the mafia. You can still have these greasy, uncouth street Italian guys who are like in their 50s and 60s, as ready to strike any moment. You can still have the stereotype in the Northeast. Okay, Philadelphia, very not a corrupt city in any capacity, especially in the last couple of years with what went down. And if you look here on the side, right, Italian heritage, San Francisco has a lot of Italians. New Orleans has a lot of Italians. Italian American pride. But they look like CBI. We'll go from Philadelphia, go to your house, and we're gonna go to New York, right here.
It's time
Oh, all right. I have the editing power, so haha. Now we're up in New York, and they still call it Columbus Day. Okay, so let's see what this stuffed shirt's got to say.
Pride in Italian-American heritage. It's the country's biggest Columbus Day celebration.
That's right.
We have live pictures from Chopper 2 high above the parade right now. A beautiful late morning, early afternoon for this parade. Over 30,000 people expected to be along the parade route. CBS 2's Tony Aiello is along the route on 5th Avenue with our top story here today. Tony?
Chris, I know you're wondering how a guy named Tony Aiello got this assignment on Columbus Day. I am the proud grandson of Francesco and Francesca Aiello from Laguna, Sicily.
All right. So as you can see in New York, they still can't. There's just too many. And Boston, I'm sure, is similar, and some other little cities around. There's just too many. Pittsburgh, probably. There's just too many Italians. Still, you still have too many Italian Americans. But this. I will shout out though to my indigenous Europeans over there, over the ocean. Keep your head up. I praise the indigenous European people. May they thrive. So I am also for the indigenous people. So, and on all joking aside, I'm the guy that you know me when I talk about how this place was formed. You know that I'm kind of siding with the Indians a lot. All right. But that's not what this is being done for. This is being done for other purposes, the most reprehensible purposes you can find, running into trying to wipe out the last vestiges of any sense of community amongst a people with a shared ethnicity, okay? That is not the approved ethnicities, let's say, or another particular ethnicity. But regardless, good to see that they're still having this here. They ain't never touching that statue up there in 59th in Columbus Circle. It's too high up. The one in Philly is a little closer, but the gutless judges there covered it up. There's a city nearby me, and actually a pretty shithole city near me, where there is a Columbus statue in one of its parks that nobody has noticed, that nobody has touched. Probably because all the drug dealers and drug addicts are too stupid or too busy selling drugs to notice it. So I won't mention what city it is. But regardless, happy Columbus Day. It's like I said, it's St. Patrick's Day for the Italians. And as someone who is of half Italian descent, who kind of rebelled against a lot of that for a number of reasons I won't even mention. As I have gotten older, I've learned to more than appreciate having this heritage, or whatever you want to call it, within me, this blood within me. In a lot of ways, I've grown to appreciate it a lot more. You could say far later than I should have, because I live in the zone of negation, the United States of America. But there's still some holdouts, and that's what you're seeing before you. Anyway, enough of my preaching ass on this Columbus Day 2022. All right, Pittsburgh, yeah, Pittsburgh would have Columbus Day. There's so many times in Pittsburgh, you wouldn't believe it. Let's see what other cities they have. Columbus Day returns to Chicago, so I figure Chicago will probably have it too. But they're very quick to mix in Indigenous People Day with it. Look at it. You're so cool, dude. Actually, hold on. You see that thing he's wearing on his neck? Okay. Funny story. You see that thing he's wearing on his neck? Yours truly, back in the late 90s and the 2000s, when I had really long hair, I used to wear that around my neck after work and hang out in the village with my friends. Yeah. Getting drunk, walking around with a knife in my pocket. So yours truly used to appropriate things like that. Chicago again. Okay, you have Columbus Day street closures. And look what they show here. Oh, they got the Indians dancing. So, I don't know. It's like I said, the whole idea is that, they're using it as an attack on the symbol of what was meant to try to integrate a population that was brought in the early 20th century that, remember, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, the Mano Negro, right, the Black Hand, organized crime and anarchists, right, communists and violent anarchists, Sacco and Vanzetti. This was many Italians, right, you're either radicals or you were criminals. And so the Columbus Day thing was there to try to, as America was trying to do, mediate all the people together into a melting pot. Bastard. You let me down. You're breaking my heart. Look at that. I looked at the filter for today, Boston Columbus Day Parade. Nothing. Go back to your car. Yeah, I know, that's an easy bus. This is probably going to be, Philly at some point. Find this out. Well, where Boston failed, right? Columbus Day in Cleveland, Ohio. Jeez, man. There's how many times in Ohio, right? Youngstown, Cleveland. Columbus. Hey, I forgot. Columbus, Ohio is the name of a city. What, you going to change the name of that too? But anyway, we'll round it out on a good note here. There you go. Cleveland's Little Italy, the Columbus Day. Good job, guys. Cleveland rocks.